finally be live. I apologize for the delay. That went way longer than expected, but we should now be good. Finally be live. I apologize. Yes, the audio is fine. Okay, let's not waste too much time and hop into it. So we're going to pretty much go as far as we feel like we need to. Pretty much until all the notable players retire, which I don't know how long that's going to be, to be brutally honest. But there's only one way to find out. I don't know which save file I'm supposed to start on, so I'll have to figure that out. Did we lose the last? Oh wait, no. This is the end of the actual OFL. That was before the long-term sim. Jeez. What's going on, Raven and Garrett? What's good, boys? Oh, I saved it after each year. That's right. I forgot about that. Make sure my mic is plugged. Well, I'm not using my actual mic today. I figured since it was the last OFL 21 stream, it would be appropriate to use the headset that I've been using for all of OFL 21. I only recently figured out how to get my mic to work for live streams. That's what I'm going to do for obviously OFL 22 and beyond, along with my other live streams in the future. But I figured for the nostalgia, it would be appropriate that we use the headset audio, even if it's a little bit worse. Meep! Greetus, I cannot read apparently. Greetings from your newest Five Guys in Play. Well, congrats, my guy. So, of course, we left off last stream with seeing the Oklahoma Sooners make an OFL Bowl. I know Clemson made it. I know there was another college team in there, Miami. Oklahoma again. Yeah, there were some glitches last time, but we're 8 years into the future. A lot has changed. And a lot has stayed the same. Alexei Smirnov cannot get out of the NFC Championship. Tyrone Gordon is 35. That's how far along we are. We still have a lot of our old friends whose careers will finish out today. But for the most part, most of these guys... Wow, the Colts have a new X-Factor running back. But most of the real-life players outside of the quarterbacks, and I guess, like, you know, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Chase Young, Mekhi Becton, a few others sprinkled in there, not really many real players left. I don't think we're really following anybody under 30, probably, too. Since we are 8 years into the future now, these are, like, the youngest guys we're following. Love seeing Jordan. Jordan Love has continued to be good, and I think he still has 3 rings. I don't think... But yeah, they won 1 in the long-term sim, so that would imply that they had 3. But we're going to hop right into it, not waste any time, because I don't know how long this is going to be. If I feel like it goes too long, maybe I do this in 2 parts, but I'm anticipating that this will be the OFL 21 finale. I don't think we're going to have to split it up into any more parts, although you never know. Some of these guys might stay in the league for a while, but hopefully not obscenely long. He said worst Five Guys employee. Yes, this is not 22. The title says 21. Defending OFL bullshit. I never thought those words would come out of Nick's mouth, or I guess Nick's keyboard. What's good, Julio? Welcome in, Chief. Ooh, we signed Bobby Wilson, who's at 33 years old is still good. Reggie Peters left Toronto. Right when they win an OFL Bowl, they lose Reggie and they lose Wally. So this has to be like cursing Nick's eyes right now. You better look away. But all of these top 3 agents were drafted during the actual OFL 21, and they're all going to new teams, which is weird. Kenneth Hawthorne seems like he would play on the Jets. He just seems like a New York Jet. IT is a Steeler. That seems like where IT would go. The Chargers signed 2 quarterbacks. They signed this guy and they signed Lamar Jackson. Move Reggie. Nope. We're not going to do that. Aaron Nash back to the Lions. That's cool. But, yeah, a lot of these old faces on new teams. Was Cameron Newton in here, the pass rusher? Yep, he signed with the Cougars. So already, we're 5 minutes into the stream, and a bunch of super big-name players are on new teams. Wouldn't you know it? How many players are still on their old squads from when we finished off? I can't imagine many. I know some of the quarterbacks are like Smirnov, Burrow, Phil, Eddie, but outside of the QBs, I don't think it's a very long list. Did the Texans sign it? Well, they didn't sign anybody at the top. We'll look at the first round of the draft and see if there were any high quarterbacks. The Snowhawks picked a receiver first. Looks like another Cheeks draft class. No wonder all the top... Oh, 79! Dale Britton to the Dolphins. But no wonder all the great free agents are super old and were from the actual OFL. Top QB was Britton Roth to the Saints. He's a 72 normal. Then we got Matt McGuire to the Eagles, who was also 72 normal. Norris Darts is number 1. There you go. Banning you from ever eating Five Guys, Reggie. Oh, wow. I'm sure he's so sad. Gets hired to Five Guys already. Isn't that only something the manager can do? Oh, we had a first-round quarterback. Adam Wooten. I didn't even notice that. To the Chiefs. What I've done throughout the OFL 21 long-term sim is usually we stop at the mid-season. I think we're just going to sim through the regular season in its entirety. Because I do want to get through this quick. Because, again, I don't know how many seasons we're going to get through today. So, let's not waste any time. Let's hop into the playoffs. We will still simcast the OFL Bowl. That won't change. Have the Lions still never played in a playoff game? I don't think so. The Lions have played in more playoff games in OFL 22 than they have in 21, which is flat out depressing. And OFL 22's sim was 2 days. The Lions have had one season of OFL 22. And what, 14 of OFL 21 if you count the sim year? That is really depressing. Morphus McCollum, I think, is probably still in Toronto. You're right, yeah. There's one of the few. When can we see the draft class for 22? Whenever FG finishes it. I know as much as you guys do about the draft class. So, whenever FG is done and I get it, I'll probably show it pretty shortly after. And I still have no idea how I'm going to do scouting. Which I'm definitely going to want to figure out pretty soon. I want to find a way that's, like, easy for everybody, but also isn't super time-consuming. Because OFL 21's way was really time-consuming, and what FG did for FGFL, that seems too time-consuming too. I want to find something that's, like, quick. But also gets everybody their scouting information. I don't want everybody to go into the draft with a blindfold on, just picking names. Because that probably wouldn't be too good. Imagine if we just did that for 1 year. Like, nobody knows anything about the players in the draft class. No combine, no stats, nothing. That would be fun. That would be fun, if nothing else. Tell us straight up their overalls. Boom. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Because that's too easy. I want it to be challenging. But I also don't want to spend 4 or 5 hours doing everybody's scouting per season. I don't know if what I've considered is like giving everybody the same information, but I feel like that kind of takes the strategy out of it. Yeah, I don't even know the players' names yet. Except for the user players, obviously, but you guys obviously have access to them too, so I know literally as much as you guys do. We're almost there, and we don't have to send through week 18, because that's not Madden 21. Oh, wow, Nick actually left a dislike, because Reggie Peters is a snake. So for those who did not watch the last stream, remember Alexei Smirnov won 5 consecutive MVPs. How many times did they make the NFC Championship? I want to say at least 4. They lost every time. Yay, no playoffs for us. Oh, we went 9-7 and still missed. Fantastic. So, like FG tells us their biggest strength and weakness. I mean, I don't want to make FG do extra work, though. That's the thing. Cougars and Bengals make the playoffs. IT leads the Steelers to a 1-15 record. So clearly IT is cursed, or he's just not good. Because wherever he goes, the team plummets. Poor guy. I just feel for the poor guy. The Barons at 9-7 also missed the playoffs. So this must be like a really deep conference. Hold on. Yeah, 10-6. There were 7 double-digit win teams in the AFC. The Steamers go 13-3, and the Lions go 12-4. Right when IT. Well, no, was IT on the Lions last year? If IT was on the Lions last year, which I don't remember, if he was, that he has become the biggest meme of all memes. Right when he leaves the Lions, they make the playoffs for the first time, and right as he joins the Steelers, they win 1 game. But I don't remember if he was on the Lions last year or if he was somewhere else. He might have been in, like, Portland or something. Yeah, he was in Portland for 2 years, I knew it. But still funny if the Lions made the playoffs. He says, imagine the Lions make the playoffs. Well, there you go. But the Lions still did better without him, even though he's been gone for 2 years. Hopefully the Snowhawks made it too, that'd be funny. We want the NFC South. 3 teams, the Bucks, Panthers, and Sentinels. The Caps win the NFC East at 7-9. The NFC least back in action. Oh, so the Snowhawks have the 2nd worst record in the league. Only behind IT's team, and the Cardinals make it at 8-8. And they're still going to sneak into the NFC Championship and still lose. Let's take a quick look at the awards. No, Smirnov does not win MVP. It's actually Lamar Jackson, who's probably close to 40 years old. Smirnov doesn't even reach the top 10. We'll go through the main awards. We won't do every position, just for the purpose of speed. Reggie Reed is still really good. Huh. Offensive Rookie of the Year is the Chiefs quarterback, Wooten. They went 11-5. And we have the Defensive Rookie of the Year, George Tarrant. Then the NFC, Patrick Mahomes, Offensive Player of the Year. Smirnov barely squeaks in at 10th, although his legacy score is quite high. So, there you go. Thomas Campbell, a 97 overall, wins Defensive Player of the Year on the Caps. Who are you? Yeah, I don't know a lot of these names. We know David Bryant, Keenan Ankel, and Chris Silver, and that's it. And all 3 of these guys, Silver, Ankel, and Bryant, are all on their original teams. That's kind of cool. Braden Duke, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dre Crosby. Alright, we'll scroll through all the stats real quick. Again, I don't want to spend too much time. Damn, Mahomes. His numbers were better than Lamar, who won the MVP. This Alex Jefferson guy was good, too. He's an 86, which probably is not a top 32 quarterback in the game. 33. There you go. I was spot on. So technically he should be a backup. Yeah, Smirnov kind of had a down year. He's now only a 98. Wow. He's taking quite the regression. IT's numbers were, yeah, not very good. Eddie's kind of getting worse. He's still a 98. Okay. Scooter's on the Eagles now. I forgot about that. And then at the bottom, we have Tua, who got hurt. And then of the starters who played every game, I guess that would be Marvin Jones. The rushing champ is Sammy Dare, the only 1,000-yard rusher. That's depressing. How good is Jose Morales? Has he regressed a lot? Yeah, a little bit. He's an 89. But we had one 1,000-yard rusher. That's, like, really sad. The leading receiver is Jalen Reeves, who had 19 touchdowns. Holy smokes. Tyrone Gordon! He's still a beast. That's nice. What's his rating? He is a 94, so he is still insane. Any other players we know? Britton Jennings is still on the Bengals. Jimmy Conley is still in Chicago. A lot of 1,000-yard receivers. Kasim Lamb is still killing it in Green Bay. Vernon Carter still with the Niners. Apollo Ice, he was a user player. Jeremiah Harris. Wow, that's a lot of 1,000-yard receivers. Where's our boy Roman Higgins? What's he up to? 67, 893, and 7. Not too bad. Pro tip, get a real-life halfback. Yes. Drafted running backs do not develop in this game. That's why I always prioritize running backs in fantasy drafts. Because they do not develop the way they should. Because I think the reason why the running backs haven't been developing is because there are so many really good ones in real life who are young, and they don't regress. So they stay good for a while. So these young guys who didn't get a chance to play because of the real running backs, their development suffers. Cam Newton, 19.5 sacks. What is his rating? He's still got to be really good. He's a 91. Where's Higgins? Are you blind, good sir? I just showed him. Adrian Asplaster still very high, 15 for Reggie Peters. And then I don't know who this guy is. Cliff Baskerville, 5 picks. Billy Costigan with 4. He's still good. NFC. Anybody we know here? Not really. Danny Sewell. That's a name I recognize. Sacks is Marcus McElroy of the Sentinels. Garrison Parks is still really good. Brendan Duvall is still on the Panthers. Jose Butzwade still with the Eagles. All right. Sent that before you showed Higgins. Okay, that explains a lot. So as we look at the playoff bracket, Texans and Sentinels, I'm dumb. Steamers, wrong S team. Steamers are the 1 seeds. Will the Lions finally win a playoff game? How many teams have not won a playoff game? Because we know the Lions are the only one who haven't played in one. But who hasn't won one? The Chargers, the Beats, and the Lions. I think the Chargers got in, and the Beats did not this year. Javi Beretta has only made the playoffs twice. Jeez. And he has never won a playoff game. That's a Matthew Stafford type stuff. Praying Javonte Williams and Michael Carter develop into elite running backs. I mean, we'll see. The Lions won a playoff game. They did it. And now they're playing the Cardinals, who are destined to lose in another NFC championship. The 2-seeded Bucks lose to Orlando. Dolphins squeak by the Jags. Chargers are now 0-5 all-time in the playoffs. And the Chiefs beat the Cougars handedly. I kind of want to see the Lions go far. I don't even know who their quarterback is. Hold on. But I also kind of want to see the Cardinals make the NFC Championship because, you know, memes. Who is Detroit's QB? Hudson Huntington. Okay, so Arizona won. They're playing the Sentinels. It would be the most Cardinals-like thing ever to lose to a 7 seed in the NFC Championship. Then in the AFC, we have the Texans and the Dolphins. I don't think any of these teams have ever won OFL Bowls. No, I know the Sentinels and Dolphins have made OFL Bowls. I don't think the Texans have, and obviously the Cardinals haven't because they cannot ever get out of the NFC Championship. Will this be the year? The one down year that Alexei Smirnov has, the team makes the Super Bowl or the OFL Bowl. They did it! In technically Super Bowl 69, nice, Alexei Smirnov has finally won an NFC championship. It took him, what, like 8 tries, but he did it. The Dolphins quarterback is Aaron Trout, who is QB1 in the Pro Bowl. Not a ton of recognizable names. Where's Gordon? Okay, he's in, thank God. I was going to say, Wally Witherspoon makes it. That's odd, because he's not very good. Can Alexei Smirnov finally get over? I think if Alexei Smirnov wins this OFL Bowl, he cements himself as the OFL 21 GOAT. Because how many MVPs has he won? 6? He's won a lot. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 1, so we will use the Houston Texans. Who is Houston's QB? That is a good question. They probably have some... Oh, they have that, what's his name? Alex Jefferson guy, I think. Yeah, he's... Do they have any players we know? Yeah, I know none of these people. How about on defense? Abdul Lamb, Nolan Powers. That's literally it. This team isn't even that good. How are they a 1 seed? Why is this guy so far back on the depth chart? Craig Holt. He's a 78, and he doesn't play at all. Watch Arizona form a dynasty. I mean, Alexei Smirnov is a 98. Also, wait, where's the game? Oh, we're still in the Pro Bowl. I'm stupid. Also, Roman Higgins gets a chance at a ring. Is there anybody else we know in Arizona by chance other than those two? Imagine if Nick wins back-to-back rings, one with his coach and one with his player, after never winning one at all. That would be funny. Anybody else on this team we know of? Mark Carpenter. T. Clizzle Pimpizzle. Chad Holiday, I know that name, and then that's about it. So we know a few more guys on the Cardinals, but not many. What did it say RH3 was? Like 31? Yeah, he's 31. All right, here we go. OFL Bowl time. Alexei Smirnov's finally going to do it at the age of 34. And maybe his worst year of his career. That's the funniest part. The 1 year Smirnov doesn't play well is the year that they make the OFL Bowl. That's just fitting. All right, here we go. Alexei Smirnov finally in the big game, and it's at Arizona Stadium. And they're getting crushed. Oh, my Lord. Alexei, come on. You're getting crushed at your own stadium. Okay, they're making it a game. Texans answer back. Cardinals with a field goal. Oh, boy. Yeah, this game's done. Alexei Smirnov finally makes the OFL Bowl. It's in Arizona. And they lose. That's really depressing. So the Houston Texans are OFL Bowl champs. Their first ring. Naruto adds another one to the collection. And Alexei Smirnov, in the biggest game of his life, disappoints with 2 interceptions. The winning quarterback, Alex Jefferson, dominates with 3 touchdowns. Roman Higgins, 5 for 50 and a drop. What's that about, Nick? Poor guy. The one time he finally makes it, he gets to do it in front of his home fans, and they lose. Well, I would still consider this a successful year for Smirnov. He finally got over the hump. They made the big game. And, of course, right when they do, they play really bad. You never drop any pass. Well, that looked like he did, bud. I think it's time for a new home. You guys made the championship. Your quarterback is still elite. Watch him retire. That'd be funny. Since we're on Houston, I guess we'll just user them for now. I wonder what college team it's going to put in the season recap this time. Oh, they got it right. Wow, they actually got the graphic right. I'm impressed. All right, let's see the retirement. I did not realize Micah Fitzpatrick was still in the league after 17 years. Wally retires. Najee Freeman, Chris Silver, Zendaya Washington, Cam Newton. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Garrison Parks, Jaquan Gore. Did he tear his hamstring signing the retirement contract? Gregory Chant, C. Bush, Rogerio Christmas, Isaiah Trummel, Davey Savage, Chase Young, Tyrone Gordon, no! Jedrick Wills, the former Diablo. Jeff Okuda, another former Diablo. Malcolm Tremblay, James Daniels, the former Diablo. Harrison Butker, the former Diablo. Wow, a lot of big names there. F in the chat for Malcolm Tremblay. I should have done sim to the draft. I'm dumb. Got to claim the Cardinals for OFL 23, move them to Chicago, so we can have the Chicago Cardinals. That's actually kind of cool. It doesn't make geographic sense, but I would allow that exception. As long as I get the Washington Red Wolves. Jeff Okuda, the current Brown. The fraudulent OFL 22 Cleveland Browns. The Browns have never won a playoff game in OFL 21. If we want to get technical, I guess the Vikings have either, so I can't really talk. But, and the team that replaced the Vikings is pretty poverty. Scouts, or sources say Tremblay fumbled the pen while signing his retirement paper. There you go. Sensei Wu is a Texan. That's cool. Adrian Asplaster leaves the Bills for New England. Wow. Vernon Carter leaves San Francisco for the Chargers. Malachi Arnold to Dallas. David Bryan is a Bill. Scuda goes to the Sentinels, along with Jalen Mitten. Trent Boyett finally leaves the Caps for the Brooklyn Beats. Georgie Hardesty to the Bengals. Kenneth Hawthorne is like being passed around like a blunt. How many teams has he been on? Like, it feels like 12. Have the Texans won a playoff game in OFL 21? Well, considering they just made the OFL Bowl, the answer is yes. I think during the actual OFL, they might have won one early. They might have won. I think they missed it the last 3 years. But who am I looking for? I'm looking for Hawthorne. I want to see how many teams he's been on. Where's Hawthorne again? I don't remember. I thought all the good quarterbacks are old. There's no good young quarterbacks because, again, they haven't been able to play. He is on the Cougars. That's right. So he has played for the Jets. Oh, he's been with New England his whole career. Oh, so I'm just stupid. I thought he was on a bunch of different teams. But actual OFL 21, I don't think so. Although they might have early. There's a chance. I'm not 100% sure. Watch the Steelers. Nope. I was going to say watch the Steelers pick IT's replacement, but they picked a safety, Frank Walton. Any quarterbacks? Probably not. Oh, we do. Blair Henry to the Diablo. What the hell are we doing? This guy stinks. We still have Phil. Why would we do that? I mean, I get Phil isn't, like, insane. He's not a superstar, but geez. How bad? Is Phil bad? I don't think he's bad. Yet we have Jimmy Young to the Snowhawks, who's a 75 and way better. Jonathan Fordham to the Steelers, 77 and hidden. I guess that's IT's replacement. What happened to Colbert? I have no clue. I actually kind of want to see now. And then I need to see why we replaced Phil. He's got to still be like a 90. I get he's old, but every quarterback in this league is old. How low is Phil for science? Oh, wow. Oh, geez, where's Phil? He's an 85. He's the 26th ranked QB in the game. All right, I want to sort by name. Where is Colbert? Is he still on a team? I have no clue. Nope. So I guess Colbert never really developed. I don't remember ever noticing him retire, though. We'll check free agency. But sometimes players, like, retire who are a little bit younger, and it doesn't show in the retirement screen, which is stupid. It does for 2K and MLB The Show. Brian Buttclincher is a free agent. Oh, hey, there's Colbert. He's a 79. I want to sign him real quick and see his stats. Because I'm, like, really curious now. But who else is in free agency? Your mean Mercedes is still here. Okay, after that, I don't really know these people. Craig Lawton, I think he was on the Cardinals. But what's the deal with Colbert, who is 35? How time flies. So is he ever like a consistent starter? Good for him for being a 79. He still has 35 short accuracy and 20 change of direction. But he developed his medium accuracy. I think that was really low. Colbert back with his... Wasn't he on the Raiders first? No, he was on the Texans first. Then the Raiders. Then Toronto, the Caps, the Texans. So last year was really his first time as a full-time starter with the Bills. So he never really has developed. Okay, do the Texans need a backup QB? Yeah, we'll just keep him on the Texans because they could actually kind of use him. Bring him back to Houston for old times. All right, on to the playoffs in 2035. I think within a year or two, it's going to pretty much be only quarterbacks that we know. Because this is year 10 of the long-term sim. Non-QBs very rarely stay for longer than 13, 14 years, minus a few exceptions. So there are some guys like Roman Higgins who are 32. They still probably have a few years left. Maybe we do want to divide this into 2 streams instead of 1. I'm not really sure. I guess it depends on how many players are left. Because I have no clue when these guys are going to retire. And I don't know how many seasons we can get through in like a 2-hour span, because I don't really want to do too much longer. Wow. Talia Turnbullova is winning. Good for him. What a guy. Oh, you're losing. Did I say you're winning? Well, I'm dumb. Who does Maryland play again? I feel like I know it. Penn State, that's right. That game's in the 4th quarter. Jeez, Penn State is a poverty team. Not that Maryland isn't. Talia turned the ball over, losing as usual. Reminder, Jax fought Maryland. He thought Maryland was like a playoff team through 3 games when they beat Howard and other random teams. We're almost there. Another year of the Diablos not making the playoffs. I love how we were like invincible for like 10 years and then we have not made the playoffs since. Reminder, Octi is getting paid by DJ Ooga Booga to say well, unfortunately he's not paying me. He doesn't even know me, which would be cool. Reminder, Octi thought you get some right, you get some wrong. I still have hope for DJ. I'm not ready to say I'm wrong there. As for the Cavs being better than the Pistons, I mean, wow, the Texans missed the playoffs. If I were to guess now, I would say the Cavs are going to finish the year better. But on the flip side, with Cade actually playing good, by the way, he's not a bust, guys. I think we could, be better than we are. The Steelers made the playoffs with IT. Oh my gosh. What if IT signed a 1-year contract and isn't there? So Pittsburgh wins the division. That'd be funny if it was without IT. The Bengals also make it. In the South, the Jags, Colts, and Barons are in. Brooklyn can win their first playoff game. Only them and the Chargers have not won any. Dolphins win the East at 13-3. Raiders win the West at 8-8. In the North, the Lions are back 2 years in a row at 9-7. The Senators, Saints, and Bucks all making it in the South. Panthers were very close as well. Everybody here was over 500. Cowboys at 8-8, so the NFC East has just fallen on its face. And then the Cardinals are back. They go 12-4, along with the Niners. Josh Giddey is a better... You have to realize that they've played 5 games, and Cade has a new jump shot. So, yeah, that's why he's not shooting well. He has a new jump shot. Scooter led in passing yards. Alexei Smirnov appears to be back at his old tricks. Eddie Swall went in a time machine. He's still really good. Katie Katz had a ridiculous year. Riley Painter had a great season. Don't see the Steelers QB. I guess it is still IT. No, they have Lamar Jackson. So IT leaves. He signed with the Eagles. How bad were the Eagles? So right when IT leaves the Steelers, they go from 1-15 to 11-5. That's sad. How bad were the Eagles? 7-9. Poor guy. That's depressing. With him leaving, the Steelers won 10 extra games. Jeez. That's really sad. That has to be the biggest meme of OFL 21. Is IT losing wherever he goes and cursing every franchise he touches. He was dead last and... Oh, he got hurt. Well, still, he was dead... Wow, his passer rating was really good. So IT actually had a good year. Minus his injury. Was his rating the highest of all the starters? Yep. And they still went 7-9. Wow, he actually had 1,000-yard rushers. That's new. Leading receiver, again, is Jalen Reeves. This guy is like a machine. Good Lord. He's a 95. He is a slot guy. That explains a lot. Anybody we know here? Jimmy Conley is still... How good is he? Does he still have start F? He is superstar, and he's a 94. Roman Higgins III, 79 for 1,044 and 4. Kasim Lamb is still... How many career receiving yards does he have? He has to have at least 15,000. At least. Tax Shoddy right at the bottom. Poverty. Morphus McCollum. How good is he? He is still a 94. How about Reggie Reed? He's an 88, so he's not quite as good. Who had the most sacks in the AFC? That honor belongs to Reggie Peters, who is still a madman. He's a 98. At 35, how much longer is he going to play? That's my question. Could Reggie Peters break the sack record? Honestly, that really wouldn't surprise me. He has to have around 150. He could actually break it. Keenan Ankel leads. And then 6 interceptions. Morphus McCollum probably won Defensive Player of the Year. Yearly awards MVP goes to Mick Doran. I don't know who that is. I know everybody else on this list, but I don't know the winner. Shea Marino, Coach of the Year. Doran wins Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Defensive Player of the Year is Keelan Eason. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Nasir Potter. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Johnny Bird. Proud to say I raised that man. Riley Painter, Offensive Player of the Year. I guess he's not a Hall of Famer based on his legacy score. Katie Katz is like 15 points away from being a Hall of Famer. He's so close. Andy Morrison's is kind of low. He's a 99 still, though. How low is... Wow, Norris is only 2,400. So I guess the Packers made the right pick by picking Katz over him. Defensive Player of the Year, Morphus McCullum. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ray Hunter. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Demetrius Pointer. That's a cool name. Team, Slimes IT, proceeds to suck. And then his old team makes the playoffs. I do briefly want to see career stats. I don't want to be in here long. We'll check this at the end. But I just want to see how close guys are to records. Yes, Smirnov is ridiculously close. I love how he's played 5 less years than Mahomes and still has more touchdowns. That's, like, unbelievable. Rushing. Those guys are at around 12,000. Kasim Lamb only has 14,000 yards. I thought he would have more. And then defense, how many sacks does Reggie have? 179! Holy cow, he's close. He's 21 sacks away from the record. He's breaking it. He's 21 away. So that's I don't know. Is he going to play at 37? Because I don't think he's going to get 21 sacks next year. I don't think he's going to retire this year, but he might retire after next year. Can Brooklyn finally win a playoff game? I think that's the big storyline of a wild card round. The answer is no. They still have never won a playoff game. They're now 0-3. Anything else notable? The Bucks will lose again. That's about it. Will the Cardinals make another NFC Championship? This is like their home at this point. Death taxes and NFC Championship appearances for the Cardinals. It used to be NFC Championship losses. But, yep, they beat the Saints. So it's the top 2 seeds in both conferences, Dolphins, Steelers, and Cardinals, Sentinels. 3 of the 4 teams who made it last year. The only one who didn't was Pittsburgh, without IT. The Steelers are going to go from 1 win to a Super Bowl. That's that's depressing. Or I guess an OFL Bowl, excuse me. No, they lost. Cardinals and Dolphins. Alexei Smirnov is back, baby. He has another chance. 2 teams that Madden hates. RSV or Noob is about to win a ring. That's crazy. Or should I say Alexei Smirnov or RSV is about to win a ring, because Madden hates both of them. The Cursed Bowl. Now that Toronto technically isn't cursed because they have a ring, these are probably the 2 most cursed teams left. Although I think Husker makes a case. And in OFL 21 alone, I would say Apple, but I don't think he's quite up in that tier yet because Madden loved him in the past. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 2. Siri really does not want to use her Cardinals today. Three of the most hated people are in the OFL Bowl. That's true. Alexei Smirnov or Aaron Trout is about to win a ring. 2 user-made quarterbacks. The only other X factor in this game is Roman Higgins. Nick has made 3 OFL Bowls in a row. That's kind of funny. In some form or another. How old is Smirnov? He is... Is he 35? I think he's 30, so he'll be 36 next year. Yeah, Smirnov probably has a couple more years left. But I think soon we're going to start to see all the quarterbacks starting to retire. Within the next year or so. I don't know about Smirnov himself, but... probably quite a few. Alright, can Alexei Smirnov finally do the job? That's not a good start, but they answer right back. Okay, 14-7. Miami answers right back. We've got ourselves a game. A lot of offense so far. 21-14 at the half. Arizona with a field goal. Is this going to be the year they finally do it? Not so fast. Alright, we're going to go slower. 2nd and 4. They lose 3. 3rd and 7. Got it! Clay Garfield gains 10. 5-yard penalty against the defense. Oh boy, this game looks like it might be over. 3rd and 1. They got it! Arizona's gonna do it! Alexei Smirnov is an OFL Bowl champion! I never thought I would see the day, but he has finally done it. Roman Higgins III is also an OFL Bowl champ as well. Playing in a stadium that doesn't even have a team. Aaron Trout was pretty good. Smirnov, again, wasn't all that good. He was better than he was last year, I guess. Gerald Norris with 2 touchdowns. Roman Higgins, 7 for 83 and a touchdown. He was really good. He has a case for OFL Bowl MVP. Unless someone on the defense was really good. Okay, there you go. Chad Holiday had 3 sacks. It's probably him. Hey, I know that guy. It's Myles Garrett. The future Viking. Actually, the current Viking. Because OFL 22 has started, so it's no longer a future player. They have to give that to Chad Holiday, right? That OFL Bowl MVP. I don't think Smirnov's going to get it. Roman Higgins is a case, but 3 sacks, I think, is going to be enough. Which incorrect college teams are going to show up this time? They got it right. Not only with the logos, but with the MVP going to Chad Holiday. All right, time for the depressing part, retirements. Jose Morales retires as a as an OFL Bowl loser. Khalil Kemp, Dean Savage, Brendan Duvall, Georgie Hardesty, Jeremiah Harris, spent his entire career with that organization. Malachi Arnold, Aaron Nash, Tua Tagovailoa, Wesley Gary, Amazon, Mekhi Becton, Nolan Powers, Alan Bluffington, Kasim Lamb, spent his entire career with the Packers. Jaquelin Forrester, Harvey Grady, Will Molden, Darren Quickly, Bobby Wilson, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Tyreek Norwood, Josh Cox, the quarterback. Irv Smith was in the league this whole time. Jim Kelly, the tight end. Justin Herbert. Braden Mann, the former Cap. Well, I'm going to head out, Acting. Well, thanks for coming in, my guy. See ya, Lord Wax. Alrighty, so we'll send through free agency, get into the draft. Peters, he has another chance. He needs 21 sacks to break the record. That probably won't happen this year, so it's now a matter of if he plays another year after this season, I think. But I guess worst case, he'll be second all time. That's cool. Jimmy Conley finally leaves the Cougars to sign with the Dolphins. Eddie Small is a Cougar, and Alexei Smirnov is a Snowhawk. What in the world? I cannot envision Alexei Smirnov on a different team. So he finally won his reign with Arizona, and he's like, I'm a head out now. That's funny. Scooter Young is a Diablo. Okay, that's something. Is Phil gone? Trent Boyett is a Raider. Joe Smirnov is a Snowhawk too. Wait. Alexei Smirnov and Joe Smirnov are on the same team. That is like poetic justice. Okay, now my question is, where's Phil? Mahomes is a Bengal. Matt Woodard is an Eagle. Kenneth Hawthorne to the Steamers. And Lamar Jackson is back in Orlando. So is Phil just a backup? Yeah, we'll take a look at the NFL records tab at the end. How many quarterbacks does Portland have? That's a good question. But is Phil a backup now? That's sad. I'm sad now. Phil Chippendale is backing up Scooter Young. Phil regressed way quicker than all the other QBs. I almost want to trade him so he starts, but I'm not going to do that. He only has one more year left. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be like a 79 next year. I don't think he's ever going to start again. Poor Phil. Y'all have no belief. I know it exists. The NFL record thing. I'm not that dumb, okay? I do actually want to spend a little bit of more time on the career stats, specifically with quarterbacks before the year. Because I don't know how much longer these QBs are going to stay. And we can't check their stats after they retire. Wow, an 80. Chuck McClain of the Rams. I don't think we've seen many 80s get picked. In the auto-generated classes, at least. How about quarterbacks? No one good. Actually, no. Connor Doris is fine. Any relations to Norris by chance? Wow, he's 5'11". Outside of that, a pretty weak QB class. I can see how close... That's true. I can. I do want to see the career stats for QBs, though, as I said. And then we'll also check Hall of Famers at the end as well. That's the wrong button. We want career stats. So now Lamar Jackson... Oh, Mahomes is... I thought Mahomes retired for some reason. I'm dumb. But we still got Mahomes and Lamar at the top, followed by Smirnoff. I need to see him in a Snowhawks jersey. This just looks wrong. That just does not look right. What's good, Colin? Welcome, my guy. Are Joe Burrow and Jordan Love the only guys who have stayed with their teams the entire time? And Phil. I guess Katie. And Javi. And Norris. Okay, so more than I thought. Marvin Jones as well. DR3, remember, wasn't with the Cougars the entire time. So he doesn't count. Has anyone broken a record? We'll be quick with the records here, and then we'll start simming. Passing yards still belongs to Breeze. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. I don't think Smirnoff's going to play long enough to throw 20,000 more yards. Passing touchdowns, on the other hand, Smirnoff probably should get. Rushing yards is Zeke. I don't think anyone's going to be very close to catching them. Rushing touchdowns is still Emmitt Smith. Receiving yards is Jerry Rice. Juju is in 5th. No Kasim Lamb on the list? I thought first he has to be in touchdowns somewhere. Oh, yeah. Jerry Rice still leads in touchdowns, though. Jerry Jeudy, 115. What is your... Well, Eddie finally left this offseason. He signed with... He signed with the Cougars. I don't think Eddie ever won a ring with you guys. Myles Garrett is the sack leader, not Reggie Peters. Or not Bruce... I'm dumb. So Reggie Peters is 6th. Okay, so his mark to beat is 208, not 200. Well, that changes some things. I didn't realize Garrett was in first place, but there you go. No one's going to be here for interceptions. No. So Reggie Peters, if he stays 2 years, I think he probably could still get it, assuming he's still good, which I don't see why he wouldn't be. Watch you guys win an OFL Bowl without Eddie, though. That'd be funny. Hold on. Who is the Colts quarterback? I actually kind of want to see now. And then we'll get back to simming. Purdue always finds ways to pull up those weird upsets. Yeah, you're right. If the Colts don't have a good QB, I'm going to really want to trade them Phil. I won't. But imagine if Eddie's replacement for the Colts was Phil. That'd be funny. They have Lance Barkley, who's a 70. Randy Moss is listed as on the Thunderbirds. What? Oh, because he was on the Vikings. So do the old teams just not show up anymore? I didn't even realize that, but that makes sense. So, like, the Vikings and all of them have just been yeeted away from existence. Except for their stadiums in OFL Bowls. Give them Phil. I'm not going to give him Phil. I mean, I don't think Phil is that close to breaking any records, so it's not like he has to start. Phil being in a Colts jersey just feels wrong, because we beat them so many times in playoffs. Like, Phil and Eddie were rivals their whole careers. I feel like that wouldn't be right. Right when Eddie leaves, to give them his rival. Chris Carter is also a Thunderbird? Okay, well that explains it. I cannot see Phil Chippendale in a Colts jersey, with all due respect to the Colts. Phil can hang out with Scooter, and I guess back up Scooter. I would imagine Phil Chippendale, who's like 37, he's got to retire within the next year or two. I would have to assume. And he's probably not a Hall of Famer, which stinks, but he never was really an elite QB. Peters needs 29 to pass Garrett. I think if Peters plays 2 years, I think there's a better chance than not that he does break it, unless he really sucks. Which, considering he's going to be probably still in the 90s, and he's still an X Factor, if he doesn't retire after this year, I think he's going to get it. Didn't he, like, miss almost a whole season, too, in the actual OFL? Had he not missed that year, maybe he'd break it this year, if it weren't for the injury. What if Peters just gets 30 this year? Good math, Wick. Quick maths! Yeah, 14.5 sacks a year. Peters has definitely gotten more than that per season. All right, we're almost there to the playoffs. What if Reggie Peters finishes with 207 and he's one off? That'd be funny. He struggled to start off. Oh, yeah, you're right. The final year, he didn't do all that well at the beginning. The Steelers and Dolphins are both back. Wow, Aaron Trout put up numbers. No Tyree Jackson numbers, but still pretty close. Eddie Small has seemingly adjusted well in Chicago. Lamar Jackson threw a lot of... How good is he? He's still... he's only an 83. Wow, he has fallen. He is now the 31st quarterback in the league. Has Katie Katz regressed at all? Not in the slightest. He is still a 99. How about Andy? Nope, not really. What is Jordan Love? Is he below 90? No. He has not really regressed either. Smirnoff was not good in Portland. Why did he leave in the first place? I don't get that. How bad is Burrow? He has to be below 90. Oh, yeah, he's an 82, and he's 40. It was, with us. Javi was at the bottom. Did he get hurt at all? Yes, he missed 4 games. Daniel Fairley, the leading rusher. Won't spend a ton of time on running backs because we don't really know them. Jalen Reeves again leads in receiving. Zach Campanaro on the Niners now. How good is he? He's an 86 and still a start ev. Any other 1,000-yard receivers we know of? Jimmy Conley. And that's it. 24 sacks allowed by Antoine Belton. All right, sacks. How many did Reggie Peters get? I don't see him. That's not a good sign. Uh-oh. Where's Reggie? 6.5. Did he miss time? He missed 1 game. Yeah, he's not... He's still like a 90, though, isn't he? He's a 93. It's not like he's bad. How about in the NFC? We don't really know any of these defensive backs at this point. Donnie Gladstone, I know him. Dante Doolittle as well. He's still good. Other than that, still a lot of good pass rushers, though. Jose Bunsuave, 15.5. Keenan Ankel, 14. Chad Holiday, 11.5. I thought that was Montez Sweat for a second. I was like, how is he still here? I think the only real players left are probably the quarterbacks. He always does this to my players. Aaron Trout wins an MVP. I don't think he's won one before. I might be wrong. Ian Tajik, Coach of the Year. Trout Offensive Player of the Year and the AFC Defensive Player of the Year is Peter Griffin. What? Peter Griffin is a player, and he won Defensive Player of the Year. Hold on. We have to see who this is. There is a Peter Griffin in the OFL. What in the world? He had a lot of tackles. What's his rating? He is a 91 with star dev. So Reggie Peters has been overtaken as the best defensive player on his team by Peter Griffin. That's too funny. Pikachu is still good. He's a 93. Wow. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Darren Cromartie. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Michael House. So the Texans have both Rookie of the Year winners. Offensive Player of the Year is Jordan Love. This dude took... Yes, Peter Griffin from Family Guy took his sacks. The Eagles' top 2 for Defensive Player of the Year. Wow, look at Jose Buntuade's legacy score. Well worth that #1 overall pick all the way back in the day. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Christopher Roach. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Chuck Roberson, who is an 83. Reggie, get out of KC. What if he returns to Toronto? That'd be poetic justice. So in the AFC North, the Bengals and Steelers both make the postseason. In the South, the Colts, without Eddie Small, and with that 70 overall QB, win the division. Okay, you do you, Madden. In the East, did Eddie make the playoffs? Did Eddie make it? Nope, finished dead last on a 5-game losing streak. Dolphins win the East. New England also gets in. In the AFC West, Chargers and Chiefs are both in. Well, yay, at least we get a top 3 pick. Toronto wins the North. South goes to Carolina with the Bucks and Sentinels both getting in. And then in the NFC East, the Eagles win the division. Is IT still the QB of the Eagles? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they have somebody else. They have Matt Woodard now. Is IT even on a team? He might not be on a roster. So right when IT leaves them, they make the playoffs. Wouldn't you know it? But is Mr. Thomas still on a roster? Javi Beretta is the 99 and he's injured. We still have 6 99 QBs. Is Isaiah Thomas on a... He is not! We're going to sign him real quick so I can see his career stats. There's an 88 overall dude just chilling here. There are a lot of good players left. Where is Isaiah Thomas, though? Wow, he's a 77. So this has to be it for his career. Maybe he can win a ring with the Dolphins. Heading out, see you Sunday when Tyree is 100 yards receiving. You know it. I hope Aaron Trout gets hurt and IT has to come in and leads him to a ring. That'd be fun. So this is his first year not as a starter. Yeah, hold on. I want to see his, like, full-on career stats. That'd be nice. And then we'll get into the playoffs. So IT likely finishes his career with 54,000 passing yards, 370 touchdowns, 150 interceptions, and I believe no playoff wins. Yet. Maybe he wins one as a backup in Miami. Now that I signed him in the Dolphins, they're going to lose, aren't they? I just cursed the Dolphins. You know what? We're going to keep him in Miami, see what happens. The Chargers are the 1 seed. You know, you can't lose playoff games if you're not playing in them. If the Chargers win a playoff game this year, that'll mean the Brooklyn Beats are the only team to never win a playoff game in OFL 21. Oh, wow, IT won a playoff game. As a backup, albeit, but still did. So we have Chargers, Pats, Dolphins, Bengals, Niners. Wow, so the Cardinals made it without Alexei Smirnov. And then Thunderbirds, Bucks. Who is playing QB in Arizona? Bobby Swede, who has played in the league 3 years and apparently does not have a contract. So that means he's a free agent at the end of the year. I want to see IT win a ring, so I guess go Dolphins. Not that IT's contributing. Oh, right as I say that, they lost. So the Chargers won a playoff game. So that means the Brooklyn Beats are the only team to never win a playoff game so far. So we have Chargers, Bengals, and Niners, Bucks. Jordan Love is trying to win one more. Andy Morrison is trying to win one. Who is Cincinnati's quarterback? The Chargers have that auto-generated dude. But who is Cincinnati's QB? Is it anyone relevant? They have Derek Webster with Patrick Mahomes as the backup. Death, taxes, and the Bucks making the OFL Bowl as a wild card. This time they're going to play the Chargers. That's an interesting matchup. Here are the Pro Bowlers. That Bobby Sweetie guy on the Cardinals made it over Alexei Smirnov, so they might actually make the right choice. Tajik Bradley is still on 96 at fullback. Huh. He's got to be the highest rated player in the actual OFL 21 who's not a QB. Hell, he might just be the highest. Actually, no, there's still 99 overall quarterbacks. But outside of the QBs, he has to be the highest rated one left. Although Jose Buensuave here at a 95 is close. There's Peter Griffin in the AFC. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 2. That, I think, is the Bucks. Jordan Love trying to become 4-0 in OFL Bowls. If he wins another one, he could make a case over Smirnov. I think the greatest OFL QB is probably down between those two at this point. Have guys that are close, but they have a breakout player for the OFL Bowl. Pfft, that's funny. Imagine, like, spamming a player to complete his breakout challenge in a championship. Vernon Carter, the longtime Niner tight end, gets a shot at a ring. That's cool. How many years do those guys... We'll check to see if they're in free agency. And if not, then we can check. Reggie Peters could retire because he is 36, going to be 37 next year. That really wouldn't surprise me. The other two won't. Because Higgins is, what, 33? I think usually for really good players, 34 is generally the youngest. So Higgins has at least another year left, at the bare minimum. And then quarterbacks, they'll stay till they're pretty much senior citizens. Hello, good sir. Welcome in. I see the Bucks are dominating. So right when the Chargers make their first OFL Bowl in team history, they are getting smacked. Jordan Love wants another ring. So with the Bucks being 4-0 now in OFL Bowls, assuming they hold on, they have won each time as a wild card. A wild card dynasty. Is that like a thing? Hello, fellow 7 viewers. Wow, Jordan Love with 4 touchdowns. He has not really regressed at all, has he? Is this in Tampa? Hold on, it might be. No, that looks like a dome. Who would that be? Like New Orleans, maybe? If I were to guess. Alright, so we're 3 seasons in today. As we continue along in this stream, I think that in order to get as far as we want, maybe this isn't the finale. Because I still think we're probably going to have to go through another 5 years. Because I want to go until everybody retires. And I don't think we would have enough time for 5 years. 5 more years, that is. Today. But I guess it depends on how quickly people retire. Let's see if they got the graphic right. They did. They're 3 for 3 today. Another OFL Bowl for Jordan Love. Oh, Atlanta. Yeah, that makes sense too. Here we are at retirements. Patrick Mahomes, after 20 years, calls it a career. Apollo Weiss, Walt Bradshaw, Jimmy Conley. He might be a Hall of Famer. Albert Gainsworth spent his entire career with the Steelers. Carlton Wheatley, Holton Haggins. Reggie Peters is done after 15 seasons. Lamar Jackson retires. I think no more real players are left. Now that Mahomes and... Actually, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's 40. There's no way he doesn't retire. There's no shot. And, wait, Jordan Love. Jordan Love is still here. Tax Shoddy is done. Arnold Strenier retires. Keaton retires. Joe Burrow is done. Melvin Kidd, Billy Costigan, Barney Stapleton, Cole Rhodes, Rigoberto Ramirez, Tajik. So I think the only real player left is probably Jordan Love. They would only be... Actually, there might be special teamers left. Like, you might get, like, Michael Dixon sticking around at punter. Best defensive... He's definitely the best drafted defensive end in OFL history. Doesn't have as many sacks as Mr. Garrett, but... Let's see how many special teamers and quarterbacks are left. Jordan Love is still a 91. I don't think he's human. So is he the only QB left? Yep, he's the last one. Wait, where's Alexei Smirnov? Where's Alexei? Did I miss him? Did he retire and I just didn't see? He's not on a roster. We're not in free agency yet. Oh boy. How about special teamers? Who we got left? Enzo is 40. Keep in mind he was drafted old. No real kickers. How about punter? Sussy Baca is a 96. J.K. Scott, Jamie Gillian. So the only real players left are J.K. Scott, Jamie Gillian, and Jordan Love. And that there's no way there are any more sprinkled anywhere. But where is Alexei? I don't think he retired. Let's check Legacy. That'll be the easiest way to find him. So is he just, like, not on a roster? If I click on, like, Mahomes, will it show me his player card? It does, because he did retire. I am confusion. Well, let's see if he's in free agency, because... Oh, we are... I'm an idiot. We are in free agency. So I did all that. I was like, why is Smirnoff not on the team? That's probably why, dummy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he signed a one-year deal, so he might be on a new team again. I hope Arizona. He can't retire anywhere else. I wonder where Phil's going to go, because he's a free agent too, if anybody even signs him. Which I don't know how likely that is, because he's 37, and he's probably... No, he might be 38. And he's might not even be an 80 overall. Gil Fishman of the Bucks. The Bucks just said, hey, we just want an OFL Bowl. Let's spend some money. Gil Fishman, Jose Bunsuave, and Eddie Small to replace Jordan Love. Why would they do that? Why would they replace Jordan Love? Okay, are the Bucks just made of unlimited money or something? Riley Painter's a Cardinal! Oh my word, what is happening? DR3 is a Panther. Alexei Smirnov is a Lion. Scooter Young is back in Philadelphia. Trent Boyd is a Jaguar. What's the deal with Phil and who is playing quarterback in Mexico City? Drew Foote to the Cougars. Phil signs with the Caps! And our new quarterback is... So Alexei Smirnov is a Cardinal and Phil Chippendale is his replacement. Phil is the starter, right? And now Jordan Love is a backup. This is too funny. This is like gold. It said Jordan Love is an 88. So yeah, Eddie will start. So I guess Phil is the starter in Columbus. Yup. I don't know how to feel about that at all. And then who is this Trey Bigby guy? Where did he come from? He has been a backup in Green Bay to Katie Katz. And an alternate history where Arizona picked Painter at 1. Wait, did Smirnoff not sign anywhere? You know, Riley Painter is still good, and Alexis Smirnoff clearly isn't. So, did the Cardinals get it wrong? Because Painter's still a 92. Smirnoff is like an 80. So Smirnoff, I don't think is on a team. IT, I don't think is on a team. I guess it's not that much of a surprise that Smirnoff is regressing faster than the other quarterbacks, because a lot of his skills were really bad. Yet even though he was still a 99, some of his ratings were really low. So those couldn't really regress. What's the deal with Roman and Doris? Riley Painter is going to be throwing passes to Roman Higgins, who is now an 87. I wonder how many career yards he has. I guess we'll check. He only has 1 year left in which he's making $28 million. As for Doris, who is 35, still a 93. Hasn't really regressed too much. He also has 1 year. Smirnoff signed with... Oh, yes, I'm dumb. You're right. He did. Okay. I don't know why I forgot that. Number 1 pick is a 70. Brian Calcutta. It seems like a waste of a pick. A lot of tackles at the top. A lot of right tackles. 3 of the top 4 picks are right tackles. There's another one. And none of them are good. That's the funniest part. You have all these right tackles at the top, and they all stink. This draft class is buns. Who is the highest rated player? 176, who wasn't even a first-round pick. And he only has normal dev. This draft class might be the worst one yet. Any quarterbacks, at least? Here's one. Tim Franklin. This draft class is cheeks. Sign with a new team, damn it. What if he signs in Toronto? Is Alexi starting in Detroit, and is IT still a free agent? That's what I want to check before we sim. Oh, he's still an 88. I thought he was like an 80. Okay, so I was just completely spot on wrong about him. I would cry tears of joy. Kenneth Hawthorne is a free agent along with Matt Woodard. Where is IT? Is he just not here? Did he kind of retire? He's a 71. How the mighty have fallen. There's no way he sticks around after this year. There's no way. Oh, well, hey, my guy. No, we don't want regular season. We want playoffs. There we go. So what season is this overall? This is the 12th season we've simmed, plus the 5 actual years and the sim year. So this is season 18. I think the max we could do is 30, although I don't think we're going to need to go that far. Michigan State's actually about to lose. That's nuts. Well, I guess that's good news for the Ducks. So with a win, which is easier said than done, even though we're playing Washington, we should move up to 3. Just make this a rebuild series from this save file. New Octi series. There you go. That'd be interesting. But it's still on the PS4, so the quality would probably be worse. Pick a bad team and make them. I have to win IT a championship. That would be the challenge. Obviously, we would go back a few years. The challenge of winning Isaiah Thomas and OFL Bowl, that seems pretty much impossible. I think winning him a playoff game is a challenge enough. I think I kind of want to sign IT to one of the teams who makes the OFL Bowl. See if we can get him a ring that way. It wouldn't be organic at all, but hey. That'd be our way of getting him a ring. Cincinnati nearly lost to Tulsa. Jeez, there are some bad teams at the top this year. So we can just hand Georgia or Alabama the trophy at this point. The SEC championship might as well be the actual championship. She's that Cincinnati game ain't over. Tulsa has it at like the 1-yard line. And they're down by 8. They could win that game. Isn't that where they have game day this week? In Cincinnati? The Bucs missed the playoffs with Eddie Small at QB. To make a few draft classes after Simeon a few years. Well, I wouldn't want to, like, rebuild these teams on the 5. That wouldn't really make sense. Tulsa fumbled. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, I see. Sim 5 years in the future and do one. Okay, I see what you mean. I was confused. That makes a lot more sense. Wait, Eddie didn't start after all. What? Why did Jordan Love start? Isn't, like, Eddie better than him? Yeah. Huh? Well, okay then. Anthony James is the leading passer. Of all due respect, who are you, sir? Riley Painter wasn't too bad. Smirnoff was, Jordan Love is a beast. Javi Barreto was fine. Katie Katz was pretty good. Aaron Trout was pretty bad for his standards. Keith Priolia was... What is his rating? He hasn't regressed at all. Yet he hasn't really developed into what he... Was his best year his rookie year? I'm pretty sure his best year was his rookie year. His best year was his rookie year. That's crazy. Andy Morrison was all right. Where's Phil? That's my question. Scooter Young was pretty good. Poor Phil is at the bottom. I don't like this. 20 touchdowns. If nothing else, he did better than our... Where's our QB? Where's our dude? Did I pass him? Oh, so our QB is a stud. This Trey Bigby guy is way better. Who needs Phil Chippendale when you get Trey Bigby? Jalen Springs is the leading rusher. Leading receiver is Ezra Greenwood out of Maine. He is normal dev. Okay. Are there any relevant receivers left? Not really. How did Roman Higgins do with his new quarterback? Vernon Carter with almost 1,000 yards. He's still insane. Oh, Higgins was not all that good. I don't want to look at all these rosters because that just takes way too much time. But just know your team has a really good receiver in Ezra here. All right, sacks. 17 for Larry Howard. Who needs Reggie Peters when you can get Larry Howard? I thought that was DeForest Buckner for a second. I was like, what? He's still here? We really don't know any of these guys. I don't know any of these people at all. Josh Jackson. There you go. Reggie Reed. That's like the only name I know. All right, time for a new home. Anybody we know in sacks? Jose Bunsuave had 12.5. How close is he to the record? I love Ufi Goober is still in the Caps. I love how the Bucks spent all that money and they didn't end up making the playoffs. They had the worst defense of the league yards-wise. I don't want career records. Who has the least amount of wins? Dallas. That's not really a surprise. Did Jose Bunsuave pass Reggie, though? That's my question. He is not yet. He's at 166. Von Miller is 4th. Wow. Riley Painter is a fraud. Katie Katz wins an MVP. That's cool. Trey Bigby. That's my quarterback. We might as well just sim the full 30 years to see what happens to him. But yeah, outside of the quarterbacks, I know like 3 people in this league at this point. That's how far along we are. Yeah, I don't know any of these humans, except for Morphus McCollum, who is an 87. Alright, let's take a look at these standings, see who made the playoffs. Oh, how Hobie has 109,000 coach points. Is that the most? Level 27, is that the highest? I love how like we have level 27 and then level 2. And level 1. Is that the highest? Level 30. I'm only level 9, apparently. Apple's level 30. Nick is level 30. The Bengals are level 30 somehow. The Diablos went 12-4 with our new quarterback. So Phil's just been holding us back all these years. Huh. Okay, I see how it is. TCU beats Baylor. Baylor never seemed like they belonged as high as they were. Did the Lions make the playoffs? They did not. Alexei Smirnov goes 5-11. The Cardinals still do with Riley Painter. Could Riley Painter finally win a ring? I don't think he has one. The Diablos and the Caps are for 1 seeds, just like good times. We need the Diablos Caps OFL Bowl that we never got. The ultimate Phil Chippendale revenge game. I need it. We need Caps and Thunderbirds. Phil against his old team. The Colts win a playoff game without Eddie. Do they still have that 70 overall quarterback? They probably do. Steelers beat the Bengals. The Raiders beat the Dolphins. And then we have the Sentinels, Saints, and Steamers winning. The Cardinals lost, so Riley Painter gets eliminated in the first round. Thunderbirds apparently have the thing for 8-8, I guess. Come on, we need a Diablos Caps OFL Bowl. I need it! They both lost! Bruh! Colts, Steelers, Steamers, Sentinels. I don't think any of these teams have won yet. Have any of these teams won an OFL Bowl? I'm pretty sure the only one who I know made it is Orlando. Sentinels and Colts. Who are these? The Sentinels have like had a rotating door at quarterback. They've had like 10 different guys play there. Who is it currently? Anthony James, whoever that is, and remember for the Colts, it's that Lance Barkley guy who's now an 82. I wonder if any of those teams have anybody we know. Trey Bigby, QB1. Vernon Carter is still a 90. How many 90s do we have among the non-quarterbacks? Jose Bunsuave is still a 94. Gee whiz. No Peter Griffin this year. There's Pikachu is a 91. Ufi Goober is a Pro Bowler. Sussy Baca is still a 96. Wow. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. 2. I think that's the Sentinels. No, it's the Colts. Okay. Won a ring, so we're going to sign him to the Colts. And now they're going to lose. Kenneth Hawthorne is 39. IT is 40. All right, here we go. Two teams who I don't think have ever won an OFL Bowl. And I don't think the Colts have ever made it. But now they do without Eddie and with someone who's way worse. All right, here we go. Who's going to win? Will it be the Eddie Smallest Colts or the revolving door quarterback Sentinels? So far, Indy is looking good. Their defense is dominating. I wonder if there's anybody on these teams we know. Jeez, this is a blowout. The Colts are cruising 31-0. At least Orlando scored, but Isaiah Thomas is now an OFL Bowl champ, even though he hasn't been on the team all year. IT technically has a ring now. He didn't play. Lance Barkley played quite well. The Colts just ran it down their throats with Deontay Green and Sammy Dare. Yet Orlando ran it 6 times. The Colts ran it 41 times. There you go. Travis Bayless. He might be the MVP. Is there anybody here we know? No. Was that a Liberty player? There's a Liberty player on the Colts. I bet Apple likes that. Any offensive linemen we know? Nope. How about on defense? Stephen Brown had 19 tackles. Do we know any of these people? 13 years. Jalen Mitten, the former Colt, against his old team. Other than him, that's the only one. How about on special teams, maybe? Eric Epstein, I know that name. I think he was... I don't remember what team he was on, but I know he was in the actual OFL. So Apple wins a ring. IT wins a ring. Although he didn't play it down this year, he still won one. He won it at heart. Remember when Cincy fans laughed at us for only beating Tulsa by 21? Well, I think Ohio State would probably cream them. I think the committee's probably really hoping Cincinnati loses so people can get off their back about that. Because Cincy probably is in the top 4 team. I don't think Cincinnati's better than us, and I know we're not a top 4 team. That's for damn sure. Although we technically are, but we shouldn't be. Who did they give the MVP to? Probably that receiver. No, they gave it to quarterback Lance Barkley, but I mean, it's not that impressive when you only beat the University of Miami, as shown by this graphic. I mean, Miami and Orlando aren't that far. Retirements. Jalen Mitten. J.K. Scott. That's one of like the 3 real players left. Reginald Cumberbatch spent his whole career with the Diablos. Pikachu. Reggie Reed. Roman Higgins retires. Wow. I didn't really see that one coming. Jamie Gillen. So that means Adrian Asplaster. This means our only real... There's Dante Doolittle, Trent Boyett, Donnie Gladstone. Eddie Small retires before Jordan Love. Vernon Carter, Zachy Colbert. Yeah, Jordan Love is our only real player left. Kenneth Hawthorne, Isaiah Thomas is on the Colts. Why aren't they showing that? Mickey D's, Smokey the Bud, your meme Mercedes. I think we can still see Roman Higgins' career stats because I did show his player card after last season, so we can like add his numbers up. I think we can still probably see it here. Is somebody the Austin Armadillos? The Raiders are now the Austin Armadillos. Oh boy. They are now the Armadillos. But here, let me go to Roman Higgins real quick. Wow, what a high legacy score of 2,500. There are no Hall of Fame receivers other than Julio and Fitz. You're telling me Kasim Lamb is not a Hall of Famer? That is BS. Yeah, so if we want to look at his career stats, it won't tell us the actual calculations here, but we can always add them up. I don't think he had 10,000 receiving yards. He probably had, I don't know, 8,000, which is still a great career. Probably 70 touchdowns. You need more. I think the next MLB video will be tomorrow. This guy Reeves, Jalen Reeves, is at 9,000. So he could be a Hall of Famer, but the fact that, like, no Juju, no Tyrone Gordon, no Kasim Lamb, that just does not sit well with me at all. Those guys are Hall of Famers. So how many non-QBs do we know? Marvis McCollum, I think, is still around. But Suave is still here. Other than that, there are not many. And obviously the QBs. Who is the oldest players here? Jordan Love is 39, and he's still really good. Gil Fishman is still around. But Suave is 36. Sussy Baca, Ringo Starr, Morphus McCollum, Chad Holiday, and that's about it. Shanti the Pokemon, yeah, that's it. Those are the only guys we know. 8,000 more than I'm ever going to have in the NFL. There you go. That's one way to look at it. I'm surprised Phil didn't retire. I don't think Phil's going to start anywhere because he's probably mid-70s at this point. Phil is worse than he was as a rookie. I think we drafted him as a 79. We need to see the jersey. Yes, we need to do that. I think Marvin Jones is still with them, so we'll check him. If not, we'll see if there's anybody we recognize, and we can look at them with the jerseys. We'll see if they did not make the same mistake that the Austin Bats did in OFL 22, although I think the Austin Bats have cool jerseys. Armadillos, I guess, are right at the top, yeah. Is there anybody here we know? Not really. Okay. So since we have a 99, we'll just check him. DeMarcus Caldwell. Those, I think people are really not going to like these jerseys. I don't know. Those just are clean to me. I really like these. These helmets are fire. I could see why somebody wouldn't really like them. I'm a big fan, though. I think these are nice. So the Raiders have ceased to exist. All right, let's see what happened in free agency. The Colts didn't sign anybody. Do we know anybody here high out? Norris Doris leaves Toronto for the Houston Texans. Is he the only one? Their new quarterback is Anthony James, who just lost the OFL Bowl with the Sentinels, and his replacement is 38-year-old Riley Painter. Marvin Jones is a cap. Did the Cap sign 3 people in a row here? That's funny. Jordan Love leaves the Bucs to be Riley Painter's backup in Orlando. Alexei Smirnov is now an Eagle. He is being replaced by Daniel Romer III. I love how all these veterans are signing one-year deals, and they're, like, rotating between teams. I imagine Phil did not sign anywhere. Scooter is back in Philadelphia. Yeah, no, I don't think Phil's going to get to be on another roster. So I guess poor Phil's career appears to be done. So now the Diablos have, like, nobody left. No, we want all the teams. What am I doing? Here we go. The other unis were black on gold and red on black. Sheesh. Those would be clean. Doesn't look like there are any quarterbacks. Oh, we'd want to go 3rd overall to the Cougars. Andrew Stallings, who's not very good. Nick Roberts, 72 hidden. Brian Stout, 73 hidden, the Joe Burrow replacement. Ron Elliott, 72 normal. Okay, so this QB class was actually pretty good. What's going on, Pokemon? The Charger Stadium is now named Charger Stadium. How unique. So we're going to send them to the playoffs. Should this be the last season we do today? I was going to go as far as we needed, but this is taking a little bit longer than expected because I've wanted to see, like, career stats and stuff. So maybe we do one more. I don't think we would have to get through too many seasons in what would be the actual finale. So I guess this is clickbait. I clickbaited you guys into thinking this is the finale when it actually isn't. But yeah, I think this is going to be the last season we do today. And then sometime next week, we'll go as far as we need, which I think is probably not going to be much more than like 3 or 4 seasons. I figured I could do it all today, but I didn't realize going as fast as I could would still be slow. And I don't want to go like excessively fast, not checking over the stats, because I do want to see how everybody's career ends, rather than just simulate until they retire, because that's not fun. Is there anything else weird going on in college football that I've missed? LSU is beating Alabama. Okay, and they have the ball. So I suppose that is kind of weird. That'd be funny if Alabama lost that game. Mississippi State is... Oh, Mississippi State lost by 3 right at the end. What happened here? They missed a game-winning field goal. Ah, that's sad. Isn't that the same kid who beat Alabama? No, that was Texas A&M. That's still sad. 40-yard field goal missed to lose to Arkansas. Gee whiz. Auburn scored 3 points today. Yikes. And then Purdue officially wins. Enter the chat for Michigan State's playoff chances. Well, the only thing they can hope for now is Kenneth Walker wins Heisman. We're almost there. Our final playoffs of the day. I kind of want to see one of the old quarterbacks who's particularly never won a ring do it. I would say Eddie, but since he retired, guess it won't be him. Show me what? Show me your ring? Can I join? I'm on PS5. Well, this is not a console league, so you don't need a console. Bo Nix is always going to be a fraud. Yep. But yes, Apple, you guys did win a ring. You won by, like, a lot of points. But unfortunately, you did not do it with Eddie. Oh, and the Colts were a 2 seed this year. Seems like they're doing better without Eddie, which is weird. Where's the league history thing? There we go. The Colts beat the Miami Hurricanes, according to Madden, with your new quarterback, Lance Barkley, as the MVP. I wonder if Eddie made the Hall of Fame. Okay, I know I'm not going to check the Hall of Fame stuff now, but I actually kind of want to see. I hope he did. He did not, and now I'm sad. Geez, this Lance Barkley guy is pretty good, minus the interceptions, I guess. We beat Miami, we did it! How did I put the college? I did not. Madden is just glitched. I did not put any college teams in here, unfortunately, although that would be cool. Katie Katz is still a beast. He is still a 98. He is, like, not regressed. I guess Katie Katz goes to show that Alabama can have good quarterbacks in the NFL. Aaron Trout is still really good, too. He is a 99. He is not regressed at all. So he has turned out better than Javi Beretta, which is really weird, because at first that was not going to be the case. Riley Painter is damn near 40. I have to imagine this is probably it for him. Morrison is now a 90. He is starting to regress quickly. Javi Beretta is a 99 all across the board. Holy cow, these numbers are good. And he still has not won a playoff game. Yet he is a glitch. Smirnov, I think, is what now? He is an 87, so he's still good. Wow, he really developed his short accuracy. His short accuracy is his highest one. That used to be his weakness. Now it's, I guess, his strength. DR3 is an 86. How is he a 69 scrambler? I think he was a scrambler. Isn't he fast? Oh my god, he has 54 speed. I could have sworn he was really fast. Am I dumb? I need to see the last roster video. I could have sworn he was fast. I have to see this. What was his speed? I thought he was fast. He always was this slow. I never knew that. He had 54 speed in the last roster video. I never knew he was slow. I thought he was really fast. I never knew he's been this slow his entire career. I never knew that. I thought he was fast. I need to see his rushing stats now. I had no idea. Well, he's fumbled it a lot. What's his longest run? That's the real question. 10! Is there anybody else here we missed? Trey Bigby was good. Keith is a 93, so he is starting to regress pretty quickly now. Where's Norris? Doris. He definitely started. He's still like a 90-something. Oh, yeah, they have Jefferson. Norris Doris was a backup. As a 90 overall. Poor guy. The Russian champ is Sammy Dare. This guy's like Saquon Barkley 2 for the Colts. Taj Rowley was the leading receiver. I don't think we know any of the receivers. I think it's only the quarterbacks and like a couple defensive players. And that's pretty much it. Did any relevant defensive players do good this year? If not, then we might just be best off only checking the passing stats now, because those are really the only relevant players left. Yeah, nope. Don't know any of them. How about interceptions? Nope, we don't know any of these people. How about... No, I want NFC. Imagine not having Shaquan 2.0 and a 91 offense. Von Turk. I am naming one of my players in a series Von Turk. That is a cool name. I'm saving that one for the records. Von Turk. I wish my name was Von Turk. Maybe Jose Bunsuave is still going to be up here. Yeah, he had 11.5. He is still a 92. He probably passed Reggie Peters in sacks at this point. Did he? That's the wrong button. That's also the wrong button. We want records. Smirnov is third in yards. If he plays one more year, no, he would still need like 6,000 yards. I don't think he's going to play 2 more years. He has not passed Bunsuave. He needs 8 more. So the question is, does he play another year or not? What's the record for sacks in a game? Is it still 7? It's still 7. Has anybody come close? Cam Jordan had 6. That might have been the OFL Bowl. Because I know of that first OFL Bowl, he was a machine. I don't know if he had 6. Adam Wooten, this guy's a 99. Didn't he get drafted, like, today? Jose wins Coach of the Year. I have a 12-4 Saints. Katie Katz was Offensive Player of the Year. That's cool. All right, let's check the standings and then go through our final. Have you won any Coaches of the Years? Probably. We have one yearly award, so I guess the answer is yes. Okay. Wait, doesn't it say that in Coach Stats, if they've won a Coach of the Year? Arizona has 23 more wins than the next team. The Dolphins are second in wins, and they've never won a championship. Along with the Caps and the Sentinels. None of those teams have rings. Oh, I thought it showed Coach of the Years in here. Who has the most playoff wins? It's the Cardinals, but the Bucs have the most rings. How many teams have multiple rings other than Tampa Bay? Only us and the Jags. Really? Only 3 teams have multiple rings. That's crazy. And we won both of ours not in the sim. Bengals make the playoffs again. The Ravens have been really bad all day. The Colts end at 11-5. Barons and Texans are also in the playoffs. Bills at 9-7. Chargers and Chiefs make it. The Armadillos, first year of existence, they go 5-11. Packers and Steamers both in the north. The south goes to the Saints. The east goes to the Bulldogs. And then the west goes to the Cardinals. Arizona's made the playoffs every year since Smirnov left. That's kind of odd. So here's the playoff bracket. The Brooklyn Barons have an opportunity to finally win a playoff game. And if they win one, that'll mean everybody has won at least one playoff game. Chargers and Saints is the 1 seeds. I don't think any of those teams have made an OFL Bowl other than the Chargers like 2 years ago. Nope, the Brooklyn Barons have still not won a playoff game. T-Burns went 8-8 again. Jeez, that's like the new 9-7. So we got the top 4 seeds in the AFC, almost the top 4 in the NFC, other than San Francisco beating the Packers. Colts, Bills, Bulldogs, Niners. So Apple might be here to witness another one. The Colts might go back-to-back with their 91 offense. Yep, they beat the Bills and are playing the 49ers with Andy Morrison. Andy might win a ring. That's cool. Now I kind of want to see the Niners win. But it would be also cool to see the Colts go back-to-back. Yeah, outside of the QBs, I know none of these people. Nope, don't know any of you fools. Not even the special teamers. We'll check retirements as well today, but I wouldn't be surprised if all the non-QBs retired. Actual real person, Jordan Love, also retires because I think he's 40. They have a breakout quarter. There's another breakout challenge in an OFL Bowl. I would ask Siri for a... Actually, no, we'll still ask Siri. Siri, pick me a number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 1. Okay, so we'll stay on the Colts. The Colts won with us being a user last year, and they have a chance to do it again. The X Factors are Sammy Dare, Brett with 1T Mitchell, Andy Morrison, and Daniel Fairley. 2 teams with X Factor running backs. Kids, this is why you get good running backs. I wouldn't mind seeing the Colts go back-to-back, but I want to see Andy Morrison win a ring, so I guess I'm rooting for San Francisco. All right, final game of the day in Tampa Bay. Can Indy make it back-to-back, or will Andy Morrison win his first ring? I don't think the Niners have ever made an OFL Bowl in 21. Colts looking good so far. I don't think we've ever had a back-to-back champion. I don't think we've ever had a team win 2 in a row. So the Colts have a chance to make history there, but they're losing. This is a good game. We've had so many blowout OFL Bowls in this sim. Okay, we're going to go slower. The Niners are down by 3 at their own 20. Nope, they have it at 48. What happened? Oh, the Colts have the ball now. Okay, that was fast. Chuck Rogan. Do they have a new QB? Have the Colts won back-to-back OFL Bowls with 2 different quarterbacks? Chuck Rogan was definitely not their QB last year. That's odd. Okay, no. It's a 6-point game. We're going to hop in. We're going to watch the former Raven, Andy Morrison, try to lead his team to a comeback. This is the first time we've hopped in today. You went back-to-back, but your team didn't, so it doesn't count. Morrison's numbers don't look too bad. Maybe that would make sense. The only reason would be that his quarterback got hurt. A big sack for the Colts. I would call him by his name, but I don't know who he is. Now it's 3rd and 13. Morrison deep downfield, incomplete. This is it. The Colts are 1 play away from making OFL history. The first team in OFL 21 to go back-to-back. For all the marbles, Andy Morrison has all day to throw it, and it is completed inside the 25. This game is not done, and Andy Morrison is now in the zone. Oh my goodness, they have it at the 1-yard line. Niners use their final timeout. What do? QB sneak? Run? Pass? If you're tackled in the field of play, the game's going to be done because they're not going to have enough time to get back to the line of scrimmage. You have an X-Factor running back. I feel like you got to give it to him. No, it's a pass. Morrison, end zone, and they get the touchdown with 8 seconds to go. It's Oliver in the back of the end zone. Andy Morrison has led a miraculous comeback. And now San Francisco needs to make this extra point to take the lead. Huskers going to get a ring. So all of the most cursed coaches except for RSV has a championship. So does that make RSV the most cursed? He makes the kick. So now we're going to need to see a Hail Mary from their new quarterback, whose name I already do not remember. Let me go back so I can see it. What is this guy's name? Chuck Rogan. He's got to launch up a Hail Mary. For all the marbles. Oh, what the hell? He didn't even throw it. Alright, he didn't even get it off. The San Francisco 49ers have beat the Colts. Husker wins a ring. Andy Morrison is an OFL Bowl champ. Andy Morrison's not going to win any in OFL 22, so this is only his only shot to get a ring. Probably going to win MVP. Yeah, Lance Barkley did get hurt. And Chuck Rogan had to come in, and he played pretty well. The Colts running back, Sammy Dare, also got injured, so they lost their quarterback and running back. Tight end Walter Duff with a big game. Why didn't Smirnov do that back in the day? All Smirnov had to do was not complete that Hail Mary, and then we wouldn't bring it up all the time. Alright, so we're going to go through retirements and whatnot. We'll see how many players are left, and then I guess that'll do it for this stream, and then we're going to have an actual finale after this one. We are now in 2038. My goodness. Andy Morrison did win OFL Bowl MVP. Alright, let's see retirements. Are we going to start to finally see some of the drafted quarterbacks? Jalen Reeves, that guy was really good. Norris Doris retires after only 15 years. Ringo Starr, Morphus McCollum. Now we're even seeing players who we don't know of retire. That's how far along we are. Riley Painter and Scooter Young. Gil Fishman, Chauncey the Pokemon, Joe Smirnov, Phil Chippendale. Okay, so we still have a few guys left, but not many. Alexei Smirnov has to be like 40 at this point, right? All the people I love are gone! Alright, how many do we have left? Marvin Jones. We've got... Why don't we sort by QB? That'll probably be easier. We still have a few quarterbacks. Jordan Love did not retire, and he's 40. He's still around. He's still kicking it. Good for him. Smirnov, who's 39. DR3, Marvin Jones, Morrison, Keith Priolio, Katie Katz, Aaron Trout, Javi Beretta, Hudson Huntington, technically. And then overall, anybody else? I think Jose Bunsuave is still around, so I guess he will break Reggie Peters' mark. Sussy Baca is also still here. That's probably it. Yes. Jordan Love is the new Tom Brady. He's better than Tom. I do want to look at the career numbers for players who are still here. So the quarterbacks and I guess Jose Bunsuave. So Smirnov could be close to Drew Brees' passing yard. He broke the touchdown record. Jordan Love, I think, would be second all time in touchdowns. Got Katie Katz up there, Keith, Morrison, Trout, Javi, and Marvin Jones. There's DR3 as well. And then Keenan Ankel is still around. He's only an 80 though. There's Jose Bunsuave, who's still a 90, with 177.5 sacks. And then, yeah, we won't know anybody down here. How about Sussy Baca? He does not have the most punts all time. That's kind of a surprise. Oh, these guys have been in the league for a while. I guess that's probably why. Inside of 20, only 145. These guys are better than him, yet he's a 93. Huh. Well, that'll end today's stream. It was supposed to be the finale, but, you know, things changed. Next stream will definitely be the finale. Nobody we know is going to last more than 5 years. There's no way. That'd be weird. But, yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed. OFL Bowl for OFL 22 will be Monday. Then we'll have the actual finale later next week. And then we will officially be all hands on deck for OFL 22. Peace out.